All right, here we go. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you guys are part of the infamous apple dumpling game.
Oh yes.
You
All right.
found yourself overlooking the town of El Dorado in Texas. A couple of you have been sent into this town to look into a few things, some possible hits the gang could make. So as this game starts, Simon Scorpus and Ace Duffel are on their way back to camp. Old Man Jenkins. You are in camp, and near you is the leader of the Apple Dumpling Gang, Leroy Scrubs. He appears to be his late 30s, early 40s, knee-length, striped black and red coat, flat brim black hat, double revolvers in shoulder holsters. He's got this, the big, quickly down under mustache,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing going on. Sitting next to him around the fire is Antoine, appears to be in his early 30s. He's got a sawed-off lever-action rifle on a leg holster on his right side, wearing a sombrero and a black poncho. Seymour, who appears to be in his late 40s, he's got a sniper rifle, rolling block rifle on his back with a gold scope on it, a scar across his entire face, which has blinded him in his left eye. He's wearing a very old, gringy three-piece looking suit and a faded purple vest. And lastly, Montana, who appears to be in his early 20s, a revolver on the back side of his belt, with 6 throwing knives around the sides. Very tall dude, patchy riding pants tucked into his boots, and a very deep blue shirt. And if you want to go ahead and explain how you look. Mr. Old Man Jenkins.
Well, he has a very old, I guess worn out floppy hat with it's got holes and stuff. It's got old coveralls with no shirt, and he has a pickaxe in his belt, sawed-off shotgun slung over his back, and a satchel at his right hip, full of what some of you may know as dynamite.
Hell yeah. So
he also has, the long gray beard, mustache, and missing some teeth, and just old leathery skin.
this man has seen some things.
Yes.
And survived to tell the tale. So while you are sitting in camp,
Old man when,
so while you're sitting in
aware of
camp,
an old man when in a business when the young die early.
Truth. So you guys just finished lunch as you hear horses galloping in the distance. That would be one Simon Scorpus and Ace Duffel coming into camp. If you guys could explain how you appear as you come into camp.
Simon Scorpus has a white hat that it has kind of that flat brim that comes out real wide, but it has instead of having the dip in the middle like a 10-gallon hat, it's kind of flat across the top. He's wearing a black shotgun coat with a gray vest and an immaculately white collared shirt underneath. He's got some kind of work pants, they're a little dingier brown, with his black stylized boots. He's got revolvers on either hip. They've got some they've almost got like a white mother of pearl inlay grip. He's got a pipe that he's kind of smoking as he's galloping in, and he's got this kind of it's not quite as big of a handlebar mustache. It's just kind of side waxed to sharp point. And eyes you can see the kind of scruff, almost as if he shaves with a knife. That's what he looks like as he's galloping into camp.
That's awesome. Ace.
Young 30-ish guy, mutton chop beard, cowboy hat with rifle bullets going around it, and then a bandolier, a white t-shirt with a brown windbreaker, a revolver on his left side, and a knife on the other side.
Hell yeah. All right, so as you guys ride into camp, I assume you go ahead and put your horses up and walk over to the group. Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. As you guys draw near, Leroy stands up. He, cleans off his plate there, which means just, throwing the leftovers in the fire with his knife.
Right.
He goes, all right, boys, bring it on in here. Bring it on in. Bring it on in. Now, as all you lot know, we've heard good word, some cash to be had. There's a nice train leaving the bank from this town, as well as the bank in the town. They don't call it El Dorado for nothing. Now, Simon and Ace here were both sent into town to try to learn more on these objectives. Simon, what did you find out?
Well, I camped out the bank like you told me to, boss. Actually was able to ascertain quite a few morsels of information. Was able to inside the lobby. There's one in the safe room and one disguised guard. Escape coat. There are 3 bank tellers directly behind safes inside.
With how many safes inside? All right, that could be a good hit. I like it. Ace, what'd you find out on the train?
Best I got as I put a cigarette in my mouth. There's a couple guards, 3 train boxes, and possibility that there's a safe in there.
Not a lot to work off of there.
Well, and the women got to me.
As they tend to do. Oh, man. Well, we want to walk away with the biggest scores we can, We just need a little more money.
Money.
Now, how this is going to work out here, boys. I know we've been riding together a long time. Some of us, maybe not so much. Montana, I feel like you've really earned your stripes here, though, in the little while you've been here. So how this is going to run down is we're going to split up. We're going to hit both of these at the same time. And hopefully we'll walk away with just a ton of cash. Now, how are we going to split up? I'm going to take Antoine, Seymour, and Montana with me. The rest of you lot are going to go hit the other one. And I think it's only fair we toss a coin. I'm going to go I'm going to toss for me. And yeah. And who on your side wants to roll for you?
I'll roll.
Flip. All right.
What am I rolling?
D2.
Or if you have a coin, we can do that.
I don't have a coin right here near me. unfortunately.
I don't have no coin. Story of my life.
I got
He said it too.
Said it too, okay. So 2 is
Now.
tails. You what?
breaking in and out.
You're bringing it out, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about Sundays that like your internet goes weird. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's back.
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Hopefully it doesn't happen a few times.
I did forget to add that I do have a neckerchief.
Okay. Perfect. So right before the coin gets tossed, he does say, heads is the bank, tails is the train. I'm flipping for my game. So he flips the coin, and you got a 2, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I got a 4, but divided by 2
Yeah.
would be a 2.
Mm-hmm. All right, that means you lot get the train.
Sounds good, boss.
All right. I know that's the one with a
Something
little
to blow
less
up.
information, so I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you for all the scouting you did for us. I think we're gonna be able to handle this pretty well.
Well, at least you'll be able to handle your side. I gave you quite a good information there.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm very thankful for that. I have some ideas for the train, but if you guys, want to plan amongst yourselves, I understand. Do we want to make this a friendly competition?
A little bit.
All right. Let's throw in an extra $100 split between whichever one of us finishes first.
$100 for the first one who gets back to camp.
Absolutely. Camp will stay in the same spot. Do we have a
Sounds
deal?
good to me.
All right.
Sounds fun.
All right,
Question.
boys. What's up?
Question.
For me or
What
for the
is
characters?
for you?
Okay.
What is is my rifle just a standard rifle?
No, so because you did the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
So you're the rolling block rifle. So you have an insane amount of range. So it's on the one shot class. So you have the biggest range of anyone, 2d8 plus 4 damage. You have 4 shots before you need to reload.
I meant what it looks like.
Yeah, let me pull that. I can pull one up for you if you want.
Just because I heard you say that somebody had a gold plated one. If it looks better than mine, then well.
Well, just the scope on his.
That's fine. I don't care. If it's better scope, it's something better. I don't care if this is a one shot.
It's a better scope. Blam! It's mine now.
Exactly.
Okay, but I don't have
So
a
they
gold
just-
plated scope like he does, right?
You can.
How about I not? So
Okay.
then I can bet him.
All right, deal. Yeah, you'll just have. So how that works is like a lever action rifle. To reload it. The lever action and the bolts go through the side. Yours go through the top. And if there's literally like a block here that you pull back to eject out and do the next one.
Yeah, I know how that works.
Okay, cool. And his name, because I figured that's what you're going to do, he was Seymour.
How about you add in that extra purdy looking scope you got there?
My scope. No. I've worked hard for this scope. This scope stays near me day and night and day.
Nice.
Well, you'd have to make it worth me while. It can't just be a one-sided bet. That's not how betting works.
Well, of course. How about this? I'll give you 50 more of mine from my split. if I lose.
The scope itself is like $150.
100.
$150.
Yeah, you got 100 from me and then 100 from the extra. That's 200 right there. That's my math.
So are you saying you're going to lose already? Getting that? Saying I already have the $100?
No, I don't think you're gonna win.
Then I wouldn't have that extra 100. So I'm still down $50.
Sorry. There was a child that walked in.
You're good. You're good.
I just,
Say that again.
I just see you slowly just go off panel.
Just just eye contact.
Let me see what I got in my back pocket.
Even if everything went right here, I'd still be down $50. You're really bad at betting.
I don't know what else I have.
Good.
Huh?
Said Ori's really good. I mean, you'd be down 50, he'd be up 50.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying for. I don't have anything else to bet, so.
Well, all right. Well, if something crosses your mind, maybe we can hit this up again next time.
Pulls a cigarette out, puffs it at him. Sure.
This is the symbol for out of character. Blam! It's my mouth.
Right. Oh yeah. It crossed my mind. Trust
Roll
me.
initiative. I forgot to mention Seymour's your dad. No,
Hey, gold scoop's a gold scoop. I don't care.
I hear it.
Wild West.
Named me Ace, he deserves this.
Yeah.
Right?
Name me Ace. He deserves this. That's so good. Oh my god. Well, all right, boys. Let's get on our way. And
Still on all peckers, or are we ready to get some more money?
Leroy, Antoine, Seymour, and Montana jump on horseback and take off.
I'll take that as a ready. We're ready to get some more money. So there's a train that leaves El Dorado from the bank that's supposed to be carrying safe on board, if we're lucky.
Supposedly, you're just going off of what your scout found out, which was not a very good roll.
Not much.
The women
Because
were pretty.
I got a natural 20 on the bank.
I got an 8. Leave me alone.
So it's a smart move that y'all didn't send Jenkins down there. He needs to be supervised.
Well, let me put it this way. I needed a natural 20 because my perception is -1.
Do I have a perception?
Wow.
You have a wisdom score, which is
Oh, okay. My wisdom is just a 10, so it's a
Yeah. But yeah, you wanted to roll, flip the coin instead of just choosing one. So fate was not on your side here, I guess.
Oh, I didn't know we could choose one. Otherwise, I would have definitely chosen the bank.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
would also be
well.
more helpful because I'm a sniper and the bank doesn't move.
Yeah.
true.
Well, let's
Just
see.
the
All
way
right.
it is.
How are there any secluded areas that the train goes through?
Correct. So when the train leaves town, you would know this because your camp's not exactly near the train tracks, but kind of further out of town. So the train leaves town. It's pretty open for a couple miles, and then it curves into. It's kind of like, I mean, it's Texas, so they're not really mountains, but like, kind of a huge
The hill country.
Yeah, but it's more like super rocky. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
and kind of twists and winds through there for a couple miles, and then goes up into the hill country through the tunnels, and then onto the next town.
How much dynamite do you have, Old Man Jenkins?
Now, when it says times 5, does it mean 5 sticks or 5 bundles?
5 sticks.
Sticks. I have 5 sticks, so not much to work with. I need to buy me some more.
Could we buy more in the town? How much money do we have on us?
You would each have. I didn't think about you guys going shopping. That's my fault. You would each have probably about $35 on you, which is not bad for back then.
Yeah.
Do I know how much dynamite would be?
You would not. No, it's very dependent town to town, whether it's a mining town, whether it's not a mining town, how supply looks.
It's been in and out of town. Is it a mining town?
El Dorado is not a mining town. No.
Okay.
It was a long time ago, and that's where that's why it has the money it has. But yeah, no longer a mining town.
How about we get on the train and then pretend to be passengers until we end up finding where the safe and other stuff is, and then we can plan how to rob it.
How about I blow up the train tracks and stop the train? And then I can blow up the safe.
Now, look, we don't happen to have a safe. How about we just blow everything up? It sounds like it's what you're saying.
That's why I only gave you 5 sticks and not 5 bundles. I'm gonna blow up the tracks. I'm gonna blow up the train. I'm gonna blow up the mountain.
Hey. He likes the smell of dynamite.
It's lovely.
Do we have?
Okay.
Do we
let's
have
table that.
bags?
Oh yeah. You have the basic necessity. You'll have bags. You'll have each you'll have an extra horse
Bare
if you need
necessity.
it. The basic bare necessities. Forget about your troubles in your bags. You all have a mask you can put on, gloves, etc. Basically, if it's something you would probably have, like a basic thing you'd have being in this line of business for a while, like a basic thing, you'd probably have it.
Only thing is, we'll definitely need your dynamite for the safe. So particularly skilled at being able to open it, but hopefully your expertise will come in handy in removing the obstacle through explosive force. I think blowing up the tracks might be a little outside of 5 sticks of dynamite. One. Probably could, but it would blow the whole wad, and I don't... I'd rather save just in case. That's what I meant.
We want the least amount of attention as possible.
That's the other problem. We blow the tracks, we're raising up every 10 star in the area. We should be able to, if we can get a couple of us onto the engine car, able to at least slow things down, or we could start from the back and work our way up.
Well, I think we should put our horses somewhere near the train, board the train, and then rob it, grab the stuff, run to our horses.
Yeah, but a train, if we leave our horses and the train keeps going, then the entire time that we're on the train is how far we're getting from our horses. The reason to stop the train. We take out the engine car, We stop the train. We rob the train. We leave our horses in an area nearby, preferably, to be able to then get on, get off, and get going.
This is all being said while we're heading there, right?
You're still in camp. You guys haven't said you're leaving yet or anything.
No.
I think we should plan first. We don't want to get foolhardy, get there, and then not have anything to do with our thumbs stuck up our rear ends.
That's something to do.
I mean, if you want a good time on a Friday night, it's a good thing to do, but not when you're getting ready to go rob a bank.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
I have one more idea. Sorry.
Let me guess. It involves blowing something up.
It involves finding the safe, if there is one, and then blowing up the connection to the car that has the safe.
I like this idea. Or we could just uncouple the car.
Yeah.
Or
And then blow up the car.
Let's take that. I really like where your head's at. However, Ace, were you able to ascertain which car had the safe, or just that there is possibly a safe somewhere on this train?
There's a safe somewhere in the 3 boxes.
We got 3 boxes. Are they towards the end, the middle?
He just kind of like,
Yes.
Look, I appreciate that you like your women strong much as you like your coffee. However, business is business. All right, let's do this. Because if worse comes to worse and there's not a safe, we can just rob the passengers. Take the engine car, train, and we'll take it one car at a time. If things get hairy, I have no problem with collateral damage.
actually, why don't we do
Bring
both?
back
Rob
close
the
up.
passengers. Yeah. And the train.
Really? I hope things go south bad.
And that's what I'm saying. We rob the passengers and we rob the safe if we can find one.
There will be guards. We need to.
We take out the engine first. We get ahead of the train. We get the engine. We slow it down. We either kill the engineer or we tie him up. I'm not real particular either way. Then we make our way front to back. You cover me, and I'll be front support. But I'll need you to cover me and take care of anybody that seems to be coming for me.
I got you. Out of game.
Yeah.
Is there any penalty to me using it that close? The rifle.
Your rifle, yes. Your minimum, you can't use it anywhere closer than 30 distance away.
Make sure to keep. I'll handle anything that comes within 30 feet.
And you also remember you also have your revolver, so you can use that on the train.
And mine is up to 50.
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
Me and
so-
Leroy we'll keep a car ahead of you. You keep a car behind us as we move forward. That should keep you about 30 feet out, so if you need to use your rifle, just don't shoot us.
I won't. All right.
I figure every other car will need to check out the top of the train to make sure nobody's trying to come over the top and come around behind us. Does that sound good to everybody?
Let's go.
All right. I put my bandana up so that I don't forget to use it.
I will do the same thing.
Same.
So, are you boarding the train in town, or are you waiting to intercept?
Waiting to intercept.
Okay. Let me know when you guys are ready to go.
It should help us out that the 10 stars will probably be after Leroy and the rest of the others as well.
Question.
Yeah.
Would you like me to board the train while you guys do that so that I can get a feeler for who's who, where the guards are, so that I just look like a passenger?
Ooh, I like this idea. We have one person on board the train already. All board the train
Inside
early.
man.
I think that's our best bet. But you'll need to make your way up to the engine car because that's where Leroy and I will that's where we'll start things off.
Okay.
By the way, you have good intuition. Old Man Jenkins' first name is indeed Leroy.
Okay, old man Leroy.
Yeah.
No, you just said Leroy.
I was referring to the boss because his name is Leroy too.
Yeah.
So I go to the town and get a ticket and do that. I purposefully, if I can, go board the back and then slowly make my way to the front to check everything to see where the safe would be.
Okay. Can you? I'm looking at how you look. Did you bring your rifle with you?
Where did he go?
Kids again.
I'm sorry, what?
Are you bringing your rifle with you?
Is it something I would know that would be an issue? It's a common knowledge.
Yeah. Walking on the train with a giant sniper rifle on your back. Yeah.
I'll bring your sniper rifle with us.
Okay. I will give it to him to hold on to. I'll keep my revolver and knife though.
Okay. Well, then give me a generic, not like a stealth check because you're not being sneaky, but just
Charisma?
yeah, like a charisma check while you're trying to nonchalantly walk through and eye guards and the people on the train and.
That's a 19.
Okay.
Nice.
You've obviously done this many a time. Being in this gang as long as you have, maybe even whatever you were in beforehand, it's almost like it's like watching a ballet as you just sway nonchalantly through the carts, talking to people, and people are feeling friendly with you. Very charismatic. It's like you're running for office or something. How are you? As you're shaking hands to meet people, you're checking watches and jewelry as you go, and everyone's just feeling really close to you. As you move through. To you too. As you move through the carts. All right. As you move through the carts, you do find there are probably about 15 passengers on here. 3 or 4 of them look like they barely got on the train. They're probably running away from something. And the rest of them, so probably 8 people, are pretty good to do leaving El Dorado. Now it's become... like a nice gambling town, a lot of money going in and out, hence the bank and the train. So at least on their person, a lot of really good jewelry, watches, whatever you can think of. And then how far are you trying to get through the cart right now? Or the train?
As close to the front as I can until there's guards or something, and then I'll wait in a decent casual position for Leroy and Russell. Dang it, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Simon. How closely are you wanting to investigate all these passengers?
Not too close, just what you said was essentially as far as I wanted to get. Oh hey friend, oh hey, that's a nice necklace, that's a nice watch, that guy's got a ring, stuff like that. Check and see if anyone has a gun or anything other than me.
Okay. So the 3 people that look like they're just trying to get away from something, one of them is armed. Doesn't look like really uses it a lot, just kind of has it, but again, most everyone else who's just there for gambling, high society and such, no one else is armed. There's one guy. He looks kind of middle of the road. Kind of gives you a weird look when you're walking through, but nothing else really as you pass through. Nothing out of the ordinary. As you move further in, so you in the last cart, nothing really. A lot of rich people. That's where some of the people were. Second cart, nothing really. As you move into the third cart, there's one guard standing at the very end, and then there's a gap to the next cart, and you see 2 more guards there, and then you see a line of 4 safes. And then past that, because you can see straight down, and past that is the engine car.
Okay. Where's the seat? Like, so is there a row right next to him?
Right next to the guard at the end of the one you're in?
Mm-hmm.
Correct, yeah.
I want to sit one behind that.
Okay. There's no one else. There's someone sitting, so he's on the left side standing. There's an empty row here where you're sitting, and then next to you is like a couple, like older, really rich couple, but no one else. Super close.
Sit next to them.
Oh, so you want to sit on the right side, like with them?
Yep.
Okay. So you slide into this little rich old couple. So they're kind of benches. Yeah, benches aren't really that big. She's kind of a larger lady. So there's not a lot of room. Are you trying to squeeze in on the end, plop down in between them, take the window seat?
I thought there might have been a little bit more room for a third person. If there isn't, I'll sit on the other side then. Okay. Just by myself.
So you're still technically next to them because the rows aren't very wide. You could reach out and touch them easily, but yeah. So no one in front of them or you. So empty seats, guard, and then some other people behind you.
Okay. Yep.
Cool. And that is for you. Well, let's jump over. Are you doing anything else while you're waiting?
No. Just essentially, I'm waiting for like the train to stop, or to hear a noise, or to hear loud, or for the guard to turn around.
Okay.
Like, if a noise happens, to get his attention.
Okay. So are you holding like an action for when he turns around and isn't looking at you immediately?
Essentially, yes.
Okay. What are you looking to do when he turns around, if he does?
There's him.
Wow.
Essentially, I'm going to try to grab him.
Okay, grab him, not stab him.
Yeah, grab him. Okay. Like behind him, arm around, and then gun out to. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What about grabbing him and stabbing him? Call it the grab and stab.
There we go.
A really good name.
What is it to like put your bandana up? Is it like what type of action would that be?
That'd be like a bonus action or something, or just like
a free action.
A free action, yeah, that's a better word of putting it. Yeah.
Then I would do that like as I'm going to him if I do that. Okay. Essentially.
Gotcha. Okay. So when I say engine car, just so everyone's clear, you're the one that can see it, but it's like you expect, it's a cart that's full of coal, and then, the actual conductor, driver, engine, everything. Yeah. So there's not exactly view from where these other 2 guards are straight up to the conductor. Okay. Now, we're jumping over to Simon and Old Man Jenkins.
I believe in you guys.
Old Man Jenkins.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I think maybe we're scoping out a place to hide until we can see the train and intercept it.
I wanna because I'm assuming we can ride from the camp to the train tracks.
Correct.
We want to try to get there ahead of the train, and I want to try to scope out a place that is gives us kind of an advantage on being able to catch up to the train and catch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like I was saying earlier, it leaves town, couple miles open, and then it gets to all those big rocks, and it's twisty, windy through there. So there's a pretty big gap between the tracks and the rocks. But as it's going through all the winds, it's obviously it has to slow down while it's making all those turns.
Okay. That's where we want to make sure to hit it, and we're gonna post up. We'll. I figure there's no point in any trees or any kind of cover that we could come out from around that, because I'm worried about if we're up on a rise about skylining ourselves. You know, where you know.
Yeah.
Was that a question to me?
Yeah, is there a place where we could perhaps still be on our horses but have cover, so that we're not?
Oh yeah, because it's not like one big rock. Like it's like just a bunch of big rocks everywhere. So you could probably easily, be around one of those rocks as it comes around a turn and then get going, or on one of the straightaways. There's a lot of places you could hide.
Okay, we want to get it as it's coming around a turn.
Okay.
You agree, old man Jenkins?
Sure.
Yeah,
son.
And just so we're clear, blowing things up, but wait.
All right.
If we win this $100, I'll give you 5 of it.
Hooey.
I've outside of my share if you just hold on to your dynamite for a second.
That I will surely do.
Kind of doubt it, but we'll go with it anyway.
So as Anthony
more dynamite.
sits down in his seat, the train takes off, and you hear the whistle blow in the distance. Whatever whistle sound. That's what a whistle sounds like.
That's what a whistle sounds like.
It is. Yeah. There's a rooster got stuck in the mechanism.
You sound
really
like a
weird.
chicken dying.
Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like. So it leaves the station, and you hear it leave the station and start making its way towards you. It takes about 10-15 minutes to get through that big open area, and you start to hear it, louder. You can start seeing the smokestack coming up over the rocks. And a moment later, you see the front car pass, because you guys are behind like a set of rocks as it comes around the corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as it hits that first corner and you see the engineering car with the conductor, right when he starts passing by you, what do you do?
As soon as they get past us, all right, old man, let's go. And I whip to come up next to the engine car so I can try and jump on it.
Okay. Make
All right,
me.
I follow.
Like an athletics check.
All right. Really interesting. Did you get me?
I didn't hear what you rolled. No.
17.
17 or 19?
17.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you gallop up alongside Gallopalopple? What is I don't know. What
Local. Yeah.
it's the new lollipop from Willy Wonka. It's really good. So sorry. As you pull up alongside, it's kind of a flat surface with a window and then a bar down below that you could easily jump onto. But on the other side of the wall will be the conductor, who's leaning out looking the other way, so he'll have no idea what you're doing. And since you roll decently, you don't make a lot of sound, you easily jump up onto your saddle, you're kind of stand riding, and you leap off and grab onto the side of the wall, your boots land perfectly on the bar, and you are on the train.
I did not realize how much I was going to love this. So, as he's peeking out the window, I want to give him a quick, I want to pull out one of my guns and just whack him on the back of the head.
Well, again, so you're on a wall with like a window, and there's like an engine, not an engine block, but like piece of machinery, and then where he's standing in there, and he's leaning out the opposite end of you.
Oh, the opposite end.
Correct.
Okay. Then I'll stick that away, and I'm gonna creep out and I'm gonna pull my knife.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move around to the outside edge so that I can come in the compartment within them.
Okay, well, before we do that, Old Man Jenkins. Are you jumping on the train?
I will try.
Okay, same roll.
Oh boy.
That is an 11.
So you jump up on the try to get up on the horse, and it's not really happening. You're not steady. You're older. Your legs aren't what they used to, and so you just sit back down in the saddle, and you're still riding. Do you make All
right, I'll try to I'll get as close as I can to the train with the horse, and grab onto the first secure handhold, and then kind of dismount.
Okay, like pull yourself on instead of jumping over onto it.
Yeah.
Okay. That same kind of check.
There we go. That's a 19.
There we go. So you kind of, you're slapping yourself in their face. You're like, come on, old man. You got this. You got this. Can't let these young kids down. And you kind of glide your horse over, and there's that bar, and it's the only handhold you have. So you kind of you wrap your arm around it while riding and kind of get your leg up, and you lap your leg around the bar and let go of the horse, and you're just kind of holding on to the bar on the side of the train. But you are successfully on the train.
All right.
Let's jump over to Simon.
Yes.
You are now on the train. You said you've pulled your knife out. Something just came through the window, and then my allergies are. Holy shit, that hurts. So you said you pulled your knife out. You're moving around the train. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move around, and I'm just gonna stab him right up underneath the second rib from the bottom, and just his lung collapses and he can't scream.
Okay, since you are holding onto the train with one hand, go ahead and make me a knife attack roll for that.
Okay. Ooh, that's an 11.
11 again. Did I put his thing? Oh, damn. F you, conductor. He's got an armor class of 10.
Oh, yeah.
What are the odds? Because he's shirtless. He's got nothing going on. Oh yeah. So you don't exactly get where you want because you barely passed, but you still stab him kind of further up, in the left lung.
Hmm.
And he just looking up at you, grasping at your arm. What are you gonna do with him at this point?
I'm just gonna keep that blade in and wrap one hand around his mouth, and then I'm just gonna slide it right across his throat.
Damn. And then what's happening to the body? Are you throwing it over, or are you letting it drop? Drop? Okay. So as
I don't want anybody seeing it out of the windows. So
gotcha. So as your knife slides across his throat while he's gurgling from being stabbed in the chest, he can't make any sound because there's no air coming in his lungs. He gurgles. You watch the life out of his eyes. He's scraping at your face, not nails or anything, just sliding his hands across. What the hell's wrong with you? I have a family. And his body. and
yeah.
Not again. And he,
So
kind of
I'm on tabletop audio. First of all, Anthony, if you're on there, Western Action and Steam Train.
Okay.
That's a magical combo.
I'm liking Brett's audio myself.
But I just had to throw in a Wilhelm scream for that. just because they have the sound effect on the on the sound pad. I just had to put it in there, even though it's not canon, I guess.
It works.
Yeah.
So he dies. Body goes limp. You lay him down in the actual, conductor area. Not a lot of room to work with because it's pretty tight. But now there's a dead body in there. But he's, dead, lifeless. So you could probably curl him up and just kind of awkwardly shove him into some weird angle. So now you control.
Throw him in the boiler.
I mean, I thought about like putting like half of him in there just so it's like less in the way.
But the people in the back of the cart are going, "Do you smell pork?"
And I do as soon as I kind of shove him up in a corner.
Okay.
And as soon as I do, I reach out and help Old Man Jenkins into the engine car.
So as you look out the other window on the side you climbed up and look down, you see Old Man Jenkins just like holding onto like a barrel, but it's the bar that you walked across. So he's totally just diagonal down below you, just beard flapping in the wind.
It looks like you could use some help there, old timer.
Well, it is the... Sorry, it is the duty of the young to help their elders.
I'm glad we agree, and I help pull him into the car.
Yeah, I take the arm and all that jazz.
And all that jazz, yeah? Wow.
And all that jazz.
Damn. Okay, so you can easily pull him up, through the window or up and over. It's very easy. So now there's both of you in this tiny compartment with a dead body. And a bunch of levers, the boiler, the big cart behind you full of coal. And you're still slowly winding your way through all this rock outcropping.
I mean, there's no fuel to the car. Eventually it'll run out. And if it's running while we're robbing... but then our horses are getting away from us. I'm going to try... I mean, have I robbed trains before? Do I know which lever is the brake? I look for a big brass one.
The big one.
Like big one.
Like a lock thing on it.
Okay, you see, a big brass lever, and you're going to pull it, right?
I'm not just going to yank it back, but I'm going to kind of ease on it.
Okay. As you ease on it, you do, in fact, thanks to a roll, hear brakes starting to squeak. The smoke set kind of gets thinner because this contraption kind of closes up on it, so not as much heat's flowing. And you feel the train slowly starting to slow.
As it's slowing, I'm crawling up onto the coal car, and I'm laying down, and I've got my 2 revolvers out looking at the next car over.
Okay. I'm going to explain what you see, and then we're going to jump over to Ace real quick.
Okay.
Alrighty, before that, Old Man Jenkins takes out a shotgun.
Nice.
I love that sentence. Old Man Jenkins takes out his shotgun. That's incredible. To answer your question in chat there, yes, there would be a penalty to shooting on horseback for sharpshooter, correct. Okay, so as you climb up onto the coal, the next cart back, you see a line of 4 safes, 2 guards on either side of the cart, and then you're in a turn, so you can't see what's past that.
Okay.
But you can tell there's another cart just past there. So we're going to jump over to Ace real quick. So the brakes make an audible squeaking sound. The train doesn't lurch, but you can tell it's starting to slow down. And the guard in front of you, doesn't all the way turn around, but he kind of half turns to look down the hallway. Are you using your action now?
Actually, no.
Okay.
I get up and I'm like, "Is everything all right down there?"
He turns back to you. Yeah, I think so. I think it's fine. I'm like, you just sit down, sir. I'm sure everything's fine. What's going on? And as he says what's going on, he actually turns his entire back to talk to the other 2 guys to see what's going on.
That's when I will lift up pull out my knife and pull out my gun. Sorry, I said knife for some reason, and go to rap.
Okay, give me like just a basic like strength check.
That, sir, is a natural 19.
Perfect.
Nice.
You rolled like a 6. So you, with no problem, he's kind of a smaller dude. Your arm wraps around his neck. He has no time to like. He just kind of freezes. He doesn't know what's going on. Do you put your gun to his head or?
I actually point the gun at them.
Okay.
And I tell them to put their hands up. Sorry. Put your hands up.
Okay. The second you say put your hands up, let's roll for initiative.
Alrighty.
And of course, my roll went to garbage.
Into the garbage? No.
Every time I roll for initiative, dude. It's Dex bonus for initiative, right?
Yep.
What was that?
Explosion.
Weird.
From Old Man Jenkins.
These guys said.
Oh. That was mine.
Oh, okay. I was expecting to go last. I know one class gets like a decent bonus for initiative.
I actually think that's Russell.
Is it? Okay.
That's me.
Okay. I hope you go before me so you can come help me.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Yeah, baby.
What'd you get, Russ?
I got an 18.
All right. So we're gonna have
I'm so glad.
Russ with 18. We're gonna have Anthony with 11. Old Man with 10.
I like playing the bad guy, so this is really fun.
And they all rolled really low, so that worked out. Okay. Did I pick the right one? No, we need this music.
Oh, I liked that one though.
Okay, so top of the list is Russ. As things start, you come out of a bend. You look down, you can now see straight down. You see one guard being held up with the gun over, and you see Ace standing there holding the guard with two other guards now looking towards him with their backs to you.
All right. I'm gonna fire at the two guards. Well, so first I'm gonna fire at the one on the right.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming there's one on the right, one on the left.
Correct.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and
I'm
take
gonna
a
fire at
shot.
the one on the right. Ooh, that's a 9.
Okay, so you fire your pistol, but like the train kind of lurches all of a sudden. You shoot and it ricochets like
Right.
off the metal plating and off one of the safes. He's oh,
Ooh, 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 ooh.
and so now he knows that you're behind him.
There we go.
So go ahead and take a shot at the guy on the left.
No, I'm still firing at the one on the right.
Okay, but both shots going to the same
Both
person.
shots at the one on the
Okay.
right, yeah.
Go ahead and take your other shot.
That's an 18.
That definitely hits him. So as he's turning around because he hears the ricochet, you hit him like in the side, like right below where the ribs are. Pierces through. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That is 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Is that it for you, bud?
Yes, that is it for me. But I am laying down so that I know in D&D that would normally give
Disadvantage.
ranged attacks against me.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you're playing it.
Oh yeah. No, you're good. Okay. That would take us over to Ace.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is the guy on the right Okay. Where did he get shot?
So he got shot kind of like right below the ribs, right on the side. So he's kind of like leaning against the back, leaning against the wall. He's looking hurt. Leaning against the wall, holding his gun up. He's not sure which way he wants to look, kind of panicking.
While he's doing that, I'm going to shoot the other one.
Okay. Go ahead and take your shot at the guard on your right.
So it's just dex bonus plus dice roll, right?
Dex bonus for your to hit, correct, plus dice roll, yep.
So 18.
Damn, nicely done. Roll your damage.
Okay. So 14 damage?
14 damage. Jesus Christ. So you see this guy over here gets shot, he leans against the wall, the other guy's turning, trying to figure out which way to shoot. You immediately shoot at the guy on the right. It pegs him in the temple, which he spins around about 3 or 4 times, hits his head on the wall, and falls to the ground and is barely just breathing heavily. Blood is oozing out of the top of his head over his eyes, and he's just kind of waving the gun everywhere, not sure what to do.
And at the end of my turn, I'll point the gun back to this guy's head and I'll be like, don't move or you're next.
Damn. Old man Jenkins.
He is going to straight up climb onto the coal, standing, and then he's going to blast the wounded guy, the guy with the wound on his side.
Okay.
With his shotgun.
All right. Take a shot with your shotgun at that guy.
It's gonna hurt.
Blam! That's a 5.
So, fun thing here. So as you fire, you completely miss this guy. Bullets are ricocheting. He hears pellets flying past him. But just past him, straight down, and not that far, is Anthony holding another guard. So, could you roll an attack roll on the guard that Anthony's holding?
Thank goodness I have him as a shield.
Ooh, that's a 19.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage there.
Alrighty.
Dang it.
That's 8 damage.
8 damage, okay. So, this guy just hears pellets whiz past him. Anthony, you're holding this guy, and all of a sudden he just goes... and you hear the shot just hit him, and blood kind of goes whoop, right up your mask, and kind of across your forehead here.
Oh, what the?
And he's looking pretty. He's breathing really heavy, but he's still kind of standing up. He's kind of wobbling back and forth, but he's still up and going.
So, I'm envisioning Jenkins. He's just standing on top. He has the shotgun at his hip, and he fired it from his hip, and that's why that's why the first shot was so bad, because he was firing from his hip.
And from your angle, it looks like you might have hit Ace.
Can I see him?
You can see his feet. That's it.
Okay, never mind then. Wait, can I assume it's him or no?
With the shotgun blast, probably, yeah. As it's coming, as it's part of the plan for them to come that way, and the shotgun blast, probably, yeah.
One more thing. Leroy Jenkins.
How you know it's
nearly
him?
shot me, you dumb bastard.
Well, next time, don't get nearly shot.
Don't get nearly shot. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you.
So first up is going to be the guard that's been missed twice, hit once. The guy hit in the side there. So he looks, sees his friend get hit with a guy holding him, turns, sees both of you on the train. One of you's laying down, one of you standing up. And he turns to fire at Old Man Jenkins, who is standing up, hip firing a shotgun.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Okay, so he is going to take a shot at you. And that is a 12.
That does not hit.
Okay, as he's holding onto his side, he's still a little shaky. He's kind of trying to hold his hand steady and takes a shot at you. And it whizzes right past your ear. Just next up is going to be the poor bastard laying on the floor, bleeding profusely from a head injury. So he's absolute panic mode right now and just fires his gun while it's waving everywhere. And we're going to see what happens.
Oh, joy.
And which puts that at... Okay, Anthony. A 12 doesn't hit you, right?
No.
Okay, so he flails randomly, fires off. The shot goes by you, like underneath between your legs. And in fact, hits the old rich guy that was sitting next to you in his toe. So he's back there screaming behind you now, and I just got handed Rice Krispie treats, and I'm happy. Thank you.
Oh.
What? Oh, ball. There you go. That was really good. Thank you, man.
He said, "Oh, damn it."
Bowl. Okay, so that's him. So now you'd have Anthony with a bleeding guy, a guy still bleeding out, almost dead on the floor, a guy leaning against the wall, and then both of you on the train cart, and then an old rich dude screaming because he just got shot in the toe behind Anthony.
Sure.
Get the safes open.
Now it's the guy that Anthony's holding turn. He is going to try to make a strength check against you to push out.
Do I need to make another one?
Correct. This poor guy.
15.
He rolled a 3. So he's like, kind of getting hit in the chest. Leg. Yeah. So he peed himself a little bit. There's a log rolling down the other leg, and he kind of like not really trying to like, kind of moving to see if he can get away from you, but not giving it a lot of work. Just kind of like, oh, that's not going to work. I guess I'm just going to stay right here.
Maybe if I pee on him, he'll go away.
Yeah. Which takes us back up to Mr. Simon Scorpus.
Right. So there's still 2 guys up, and one being held by Ace.
Correct.
Yep.
My 2 shots at the guy on the right.
Okay.
So I'm taking 1 shot at the guy on the right to start with, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. 1 shot at the guy on the right. Go for the shot.
That's an 11.
This guy is lucky. A bullet, just scattergun blast whizzes past him. Another bullet like hits the safe again and bounces off and whizzes past him. And he's just like leans against the wall behind the safes. He's like, "This is just my domain now. This is where I am. This is who I am."
Oh, you lucky cuss! This one's certainly gonna hit you. That's a 6.
And it's just, you're so angry, you fire, and it just keeps, because he's right next to the safes. It just keeps ricocheting off the safe. Anything else for you?
Luckiest son of a in the whole damn world. What the hell is going on here?
I have no idea.
My turn.
Okay. That takes us over to Ace.
Can I take a bonus action to kick the guy that I'm holding?
Yeah.
Okay, I kick him, and because I try to kick him essentially off the train.
You are standing, right in between the carts. You could. Okay.
What do I need?
I need to finish chewing this.
You're good.
Well, it's just gonna be a basic the strength check again. Because he's gonna try to fight you with it, but he hasn't been doing very good with it. So
19.
Welcome. Here comes the nat 20. Ready? He rolled a 2. So you kind of kick him in the pants, grab him by his belt loops and the scruff of his hair, and just whoop, off the train this guy goes. This is where you can insert that screaming sound. Blah, you know.
There we go.
We're off the train. He hits the ground and dies immediately, and just the body's just crumpled and rolling alongside the train.
And then I take my action to shoot the guy this gunslinger's been trying to shoot.
Okay. And you are on the other side of the safes from him, so he's not covered by the safe, so you might be okay.
It's a 17.
Okay, yep, go ahead, roll damage.
A 12.
12. Okay. So he's, three shots of ricocheted off the safe. Pellet spray's gone by him. He's feeling pretty. He's like, I think I'm going to be fine. He hears the scream of his friend and turns in time to see you bring your revolver up and fire. Hits him right in the heart. He spins, hits the side of the safe, and slides down as there's blood smear behind him and slumps to the floor dead.
Old man, get the safes open while I get take care of the passengers. And then I pull out a bag.
Okay.
Poop.
All right, we're going to jump over to Old Man Jenkins. The only guy that's left is the poor bastard bleeding out of his head, laying on the floor just shooting every direction he can.
Yeah. Old Man Jenkins is going to hop down from the pilot hole, stride over to the guy that's flailing wildly with the head injury, bring up his shotgun, and try to blast this guy in the face.
You have a knife! Okay.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
This sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll. Roll with advantage.
Oh, there we go. Thank you for the advantage. That is an 18.
Perfect. You know what? He's got 1 HP. So imagine
Hold up.
holding up.
I rolled 19 damage.
Okay. So like imagine you're on top of the Eiffel Tower and you drop a watermelon off of it. The
No,
splatter
I'm
that would
thinking
happen
of
from
that scene from Scanners.
Yeah, that works too. It's like someone's creating wine using an elephant's foot. I mean, however you want to describe it, is just gone.
Blam!
You could not make anything out of what's left of this guy. It's just evaporated. There's nothingness.
Pink mist.
It practically cauterized the neck wound, so it's just like no bleeding. It's just head gone, clean wound, dead corpse lying there, which takes us out of combat. And,
I would like to pick up the revolver.
Okay. His revolver?
And just kind of... Yeah, the revolver that the guy was holding, and kind of shove it in the pants.
Shoves it right over his crotch.
There we go. Now I can open the safes.
Okay, so that leaves you guys in a cart with 4 safes and three carts of people.
I stand up and I kind of brush myself off. Oh, sorry. Brush myself off and I go, well, that happened. And I into the cart and I'm like, I go up to Ace and I go, while he's taking care of the safes, I think we ought to alleviate the passengers of their gains.
Of course, after I get my rifle back.
Oh yeah, I hand him his sniper rifle that I had forgotten I had strapped to my back.
Which makes you look
could've
more
used.
badass jumping onto the train with a rifle on your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I just want to throw that out there.
It was so cool.
Yeah, it
That
was.
was amazing.
the end where he just because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, you know what? If it didn't take half my movement to stand up, I just would have walked up and just like blam, blam. All right, we're done. Let's move on now.
Is anyone else? Who else is in the front car?
So you have the rich dude who got shot in the toe and is screaming horribly. His wife. There's one single passenger. He's obviously a gambler. Single guy, super slicked back. He's just kind of sitting there, like panicked but not moving, kind of watching the guy scream, not sure what to go on. They're the only ones in that cart. Most everyone is in the second and third cart.
So I knock out the two old people.
Okay. How are you knocking them out?
Just like the butt of the gun.
Okay.
Boop.
Whoa. Okay, well then.
He's been shot! My husband's been shot! Where'd you go?
Exactly. I'm trying to shut them up.
I've been shot. What are you gonna...
Take their stuff.
As he's doing this, Jenkins is reloading his shotgun. And then kind of figuring out, like, how to use his dynamite to open the safe.
Well, real quick, Anthony. So on the safes, there's obviously the combo on the front, and they have the big spin wheel with the individual knobs coming off.
Yeah.
And there's a little gap between the knob and the safe.
All right.
Okay, back to robbing and pillaging.
Yeah.
Simon.
Yeah.
Since I was already walking through, and I mentioned to him the people that I think were, had decent money and not to waste time with, they've already seen me. So I don't want them to think that I robbed the bank, so I don't become wanted.
I figure if you'll cover me, I'll go down the line and I pull out a bag, a pistol and a bag in one hand, and I fire a shot up into the ceiling of the train car to get everybody's attention. I go, I think you guys know the drill. All right, I'm going to be coming down the line. If anybody puts up any resistance, a bullet's going in your head.
And I'm essentially behind him, like one car over, like at the edge of the car, watching him with the rifle out. Oh, sorry. I knock out that slick guy's hair.
Oh, you knock him out too?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's been shot. What are you gonna do? Okay. You took all their stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
and I put them in my bag.
The slick guy had a wallet with exactly $50 in it.
What?
Nice.
Huh? And then he had, so I'm just going to kind of generically do this, at least in that room for you, Anthony. So both of them, him and the husband, both had a gold watch. And then she had like a really nice brooch and a gold bracelet. And then she had a little teeny wallet that had like $8 in it. And he didn't carry any cash on him. So that's what you got out of that room. Okay. So who's going first, safes or robbing the rest of the train?
I think could we go for the safes and then or could we
Fine with me.
role play the safes and then role play?
All right. Let's
The rest
role
of
play
the-
the safes. You have 4 safes sitting in front of you. You have 5 sticks of dynamite. Again, there is a little gap between the bar and the safe.
All right.
And you
Well, I
have
guess I'm
a little
using-
extra fuse in your bag too.
Alrighty. In that case, I'm going to stick 4 sticks of dynamite on the safes.
Okay.
Actually, do I have enough fuse to string them all together?
Correct.
Like as they are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't have like a plunger or anything, but you have enough you could combine them all and then, kind of lead it a little ways before you light it if you wanted.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll go ahead and do that, and then yeah, I'll just light the fuse.
Okay. How far are you going to move once you light the fuse?
I am going to go into the other car.
The one with the guy shot in the foot, or the one that's being robbed by Simon?
The one with the guy shot in the foot.
Okay.
I'm going to duck behind the wall there. The exterior wall thing.
So like this cart ends with the safes, gap, cart, you're right here behind this wall.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. So you light the fuse.
Nice.
There we go.
And the whole train just shakes back and forth for a second. People fall out of their chairs. Simon, go ahead and make me an athletics check real quick.
An athletics?
Yeah.
That's, I think, a 7.
You fall sideways into the laps of a couple beautiful young women, but you kind of land like right on top of them as the train shakes.
That's not all bad.
No, it's not bad at all. Old Man Jenkins, there's just a loud ringing in your ears. The train had come
I'm
to a full
thinking
stop.
he has like tinnitus all the time. So I'm thinking this is nothing new. It just gets a bit louder.
Okay. So that ringing that's always there, just as expected, you count down knowing exactly what's going to happen. And this ringing just kind of...
Yep.
And so the train has been stopped at this time. Do you take a glance to see how everything looks?
Yes, I do.
Okay. As you crawl around to look past the door, the back of the cart where the safes were against is blown out. The safes have slammed backwards into the rocks. The doors flown out the other side and has caused the door to the cart on the side to just widen completely. Like that whole part of the cart gone. The guy you tucked in, that was laying dead, that you destroyed his head, basically got shoveled out with one of the doors, just right out there. And there's cash just floating in the air, floating outside of the train, and then still in bundles inside. And you see quite a few bills floating that are inside. Like half of them are like, frizzled up on fire, gone.
All right, I'm going to I'm going to take a bag and start gathering cash.
Okay. Simon.
Sorry, starting with the inside of the safes, and then kind of that chamber where they have the air in it, and you're trying to cash.
Yes.
First the safes, and then I'm doing that.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. Simon, you are currently lying in the lap of a couple beautiful young ladies.
Was I able to rob anybody before the explosion rocked the train?
Yes, you kind of hit 2 or 3 rows. You've gotten probably a couple wallets, about $35 up to now altogether. 3 more gold watches, a couple more brooches, a few silver rings here and there, like maybe 3 or 4. And that's all you
put assorted jewelry.
There you go. And now you're lying in their lap. You're about halfway through the cart.
I tip my hat at them and I go, yeah, I'll look for you ladies later on.
We're lesbians. No, I'm just kidding.
Vegas. And I just kind of, Sam Hale.
They just kind of, kind of like a scared gig. Like they can't decide which way they lean,
Sure. Yeah.
Goodbye.
I mean, it's simple. Do you want dick or don't you?
Yeah. I ask myself every day.
Most of the time, the answer is yes.
And then Ace, what are you doing during this?
I'm just covering him.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Are you just watching him or are you watching people?
I'm watching everyone.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
What's that based off of?
That is based
Intelligence.
off of, thank you, intelligence.
That is a 13.
Thank you. 13. Okay, this is actually pretty easy to see. So as you're looking past him, because you're looking at all the people, you're looking past him in the next cart to see if anyone's up to anything. You see that guy that kind of gave you a weird look when you walked through, stand up and kind of reach in his jacket and start walking towards the back of the train.
I shoot him.
Okay. You are inside the train. It is a straight shot straight through. Luckily, Simon is still kind of getting up, so you don't have to worry about him in the way. Go ahead and make your sniper shot through the inside of this train, badass, at this guy walking away.
It says I
This is
have
like the slow-mo.
advantage. It does say I have advantage, so I roll twice, right? It says base, class, pro, advantage on
attacks or
ranged.
rifle. Correct.
Okay, so I got. Holy crap. Okay, so that's a 20, not natural.
Okay. Fun fact: you hit him. Roll damage for him. This thing does a
Holy
shit ton of
crap.
damage. Yeah.
Holy crap, and that's a 7. Oh, good God. So, 11, 15 damage.
15 damage is exactly
Holy
wow, on the money. So he pulls something out, starts to pull something out of his pocket, turns his back to you, starts walking towards the back of the train. You open fire. It is a big rifle. It is very loud inside this train. Echoes up and down. People cover their ears, are moving around. You can feel the airwaves. Windows like reverberate. And this guy just a puff of smoke comes out of his back, and he like falls forward almost a foot and slams in, and you see a flare gun fly out of his hand, hit the ceiling, and fall on the ground next to him.
And I shout.
I just imagine it's like the slow motion shot from Red Dead 2, where it's just.
Yeah, exactly. Camera turns in. Yep.
I shout, "Now let there be a lesson, all of you. Don't get up. Don't try nothing stupid. Or
Is
you
that the
die."
guy that walked through earlier? We should all give a
I
description.
point the gun to him. Like, shut up.
Yes, sir. Yep. Quiet. That's me. I'm very quiet. Mr. Quiet myself. Okay, Simon. Back to Robin, bud.
Okay. So I stand up and I look at him and I tip my hat. Go. Keep you around. And I'm going to make my way down the row. I've got my gun out. I'm holding it on people. And I'm keeping an eye out for anybody who might be holding back or anybody who has a sidearm on them.
Okay. As you get through, like probably another. You move to that whole cart, get into the third cart. You probably got $100 in cash on you now. Thank God these are all gambling people.
100 more or 100 total?
100 total. 100 total dollars cash as you're moving through. As you get into the last cart, you can see it's kind of a split between people that look like about how you've been finding them, and then a few people that look like, again, like I was saying when Anthony got on, look like they're kind of just getting away. They're not really well to do, and one of them has a gun on his hip, but he doesn't look like he's really trying to do anything.
What's your name, sir?
Me, sir?
Yeah,
The Barnabas.
Barnabas.
Yeah.
You know how to use that gun at your side?
I shoot squirrels sometimes.
You want to make a few dollars?
Yeah.
Well, after this is all over, I'll give you $10. If goes down, you jump in with us.
So, like, if you get attacked by squirrels, or
No, if I get attacked by other people carrying that pea shooter like you are.
it don't shoot no peas, sir.
Don't be smart, stupid.
But I'm just stupid. My mom always told me.
I shoot him in the head. I mean, I'm trying to think of if I were playing the same guy.
No, absolutely.
What did they call him in the movie?
The Django?
I can't remember. The bad, from the good, the bad, and the ugly. They called him Brown Eyes or Beautiful Eyes,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you just like from a distance, or do you put your barrel like to his forehead and pull the trigger?
I put my barrel to his forehead and just.
Don't worry, everybody. His only shoots peas. His head launches back. Blood just kind of goes, sprays across the top of the train and onto the people behind him.
I have no patience with people who are with stupid people who try to be smart.
See, that's exactly what I said.
And I hold the bag out, and I shake it, and go, now, if anybody else wants a bullet in the brain, then put your money in the bag.
And don't do nothing stupid.
Everyone is like, you know when you're at a table with people and you finish ordering your food and everyone hands you the one person the menu to hand over? Like, people are like, here, hand this to it, like, handing it down the line and just dumping everything they have into your bag. Yeah. So you now have probably about $200 cash total, and just put a lot of assorted jewelry.
Okay.
I tap him on the shoulder to, start going back.
Yeah, I start heading. Oh, well, considering we might just want to go out this way. Never mind, we don't want to pass all these people with all the cash in hand. Let's do it. I think we're done here.
Back to the engine car to get off the train?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least back to the safe car and then get off the train.
Okay, so as you guys are moving through, you make it through the third train again, second box, you get the first box. Oh, wow, yep, so he does. So the slick-looking dude, as you enter the cart, flicks his wrist, and a Derringer comes out, and he takes a shot at Ace as he walks through the door.
I thought Anthony knocked him out.
Yeah, and he came back. That was the roll. He either stayed passed out or he came back to fire the shot, and he comes back. So he comes to, flicks his wrist, Derringer comes out. As you walk through the door, he takes a shot at you. And he does. Well, you just knocked him out. He came out, flicked his wrist, fired the gun, and it whizzes like past your head. Shoots out one of the lamps. Shatters right behind your head.
I shoot him.
Oh, man. I was going to do something, too. Ugh.
Oh, should have spoke faster. Simon.
Yeah.
Since you're not directly standing in front of him, go ahead and make the attack roll just in case you miss.
17.
Okay, you hit. Roll for damage.
That's 6 damage.
Okay, so you peg him in the arm he had the Derringer in. He drops it, and he's just kind of sitting there staring at you guys wide-eyed. And he whistles.
I do it over Ace's shoulder. I'm just like, over his shoulder, boom!
I ain't got time for this.
I pull out my
and that's
knife
exactly
and
what I
stab
say.
him in the other shoulder.
Ain't nobody got time for this.
Wait, what'd you say?
I pull out my knife.
Ain't nobody got time for this.
No, sorry. Ace.
Not me.
I pull out my knife and I stab him in the other shoulder.
Okay, so he shot in the shoulder. You stab him in this shoulder, and he just kind of blacks back out.
Should have just killed him.
Oh no! I look at you and I slap him awake if I can.
You slap him a couple times. He like starts to open his eyes and then kind of back out again.
I lift up his chin and I just slit his throat.
So you lift him up and slit his throat. He's not coming to. He's in fact dead.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I wanted to wake him up when I killed him.
gotcha. Okay.
Why wake him up when you're gonna kill him? He could have done something else. You should have just killed him when you had the chance.
Because I wanted him to know that he made the dumbest decision of his life before I slit his throat. Why had my
But
voice
he's
just
dead.
changed?
It's not like it's gonna matter. Get the hell out of here.
It matters to me.
Back over as you guys move up to Old Man Jenkins. What part of your money gathering process are you at?
I think
Jumping in the air, grabbing the money.
No, I think I think the money has settled down. I think it's been a long enough time to settle down to where I'm just kind of grabbing handfuls and putting it in the sack.
Have you gone to the safes yet, or just still grabbing out of everywhere else?
No, I go through the safes.
Okay.
Then, if they're still fluttering, I kind of do the thing, and then when it's settled down, I kind of go through the
Scooping it up from the ground, just like scraping it into the bag.
Yep.
I think we need to get out of here. I don't trust that man with the flare gun.
So as you're picking up all the money, you probably have you been just throwing everything in there, or have you been like not grabbing stuff that's like on fire or half missing?
I've been ignoring the damaged.
Throwing
monies.
tinder in with loose piles of money sounds like a great idea.
Great idea. That's why I asked. So
just look over his shoulder and the whole back's on fire.
Sorry guys, don't know what happened. So so you don't know how much you have in the bag, but you probably threw aside about $200 worth of just flamed and horrible looking money.
All right, I have on my notes bag bunny. So,
all right. So what now? What are you guys doing?
Listen for my horse out of the door.
You what, Anthony?
Sorry.
I look to see if there's any more money in the safes, or are they cleaned?
They're cleaned out. Yeah, Old Man Jenkins went through them.
Okay.
Hooping and hollering. And your horses, well, two horses that are used to this sort of thing are standing near the train, but obviously Anthony's horse is still in town.
I get on the back of Russell's horse. Simon's horse.
Okay. And Old Man Jenkins, are you holding the bag, or do you tie it onto the horse, or?
You know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna see if I can tie it to the saddle horn.
Okay. Yeah.
In such a way that I can kind of easily remove it if I need to.
I believe I gave all of you rope.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So you're easily able to tie it up on there in front of you, and you're holding onto there while you're riding anyway, so you can keep a hand on it. Yeah. And are you guys riding back to camp, or what are you guys doing?
Riding back to camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys make your way to camp uneventfully because you shot the guy with the flare gun.
Good job.
Yep, that worked out. If you'd rolled one less on your investigation, you would not have seen that guy standing up.
Oh yeah, amazing.
So you make it back to camp. Camp is empty, and the fire you guys had at lunchtime is almost out. So it looks like you might have been the first ones back. What are you guys doing in camp?
Which is good or bad? I'm gonna start packing up because I assume once we hit this town, we're not gonna want to stick around for very long.
Yeah. I'm going to start. Well,
Can we
I don't know.
divvy up the loot?
Well, I was going to start counting the loot.
Okay.
Or start counting the cash and.
So if you want to count the cash, because I don't think I said this at the beginning, but so the job was for the cash as a group, but everything else is between you guys. So all the jewelry, since you guys decided to rob the train itself, all that stuff goes between just you three.
All right.
So if you guys want to compile that cash out of the wallets, the jewelry, etc.
I keep $29. To Old Man Jenkins, I give 38.
Oh,
To
thank you kindly, young man.
because I promised him I'd give him $5 from my share. Everybody would have gotten $33 individually.
Okay.
But I gave him $5. I gave him $4 and the extra dollar, so that means that Ace gets 33. I'll take 29, and Old Man Jenkins gets 38.
Okay. Are you divvying out the assorted jewelry, or waiting till you sell that off at some point and then?
Waiting until I sell it off. I show it to him. We got some jewelry.
I
Divvy
have
this up
some
once
as
we
well.
sell it off.
So yeah, just write
And
down
then-
big assorted amount of jewelry or something, because you guys got a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry. We each would have gotten. So Old Man Jenkins would have gotten 71,
Damn.
61, and Ace, you would have gotten 66. And then there's an extra dollar if anybody wants it.
I give each of them $19 from mine. Because
From the share he just gave you.
remember from the first one, I wrote down my own notes from that first.
From that first
train,
car. Gotcha.
About the other two.
You're right.
So
You're
I
right.
give each of them 19.
Damn, look at you. What a
All
nice
right.
guy. What a nice crook.
And then I put in Russell, if you want to add to your note. I give you a gold
You give me what?
watch, a brooch, and then a bracelet.
You gold watch and a bracelet.
And a brooch. And then Old Man Jenkins, you said you were counting out the cash, right?
Yep.
Okay, you have in front of you $1,400 in cash. And no one else is at camp. So if there's a conversation you guys want to have, you may have it now. If not, let me know.
Well, I always said we needed just a little more money, and it looks like we got it.
So how is that money supposed to be split? 6 ways?
That would
Well, I
be-
figured the train robbery was on our own time. That money's ours. The $1,400. That's what we had. That's what we had planned on getting. Get
Okay.
split
1, 2,
up
3.
among
So
the rest of us.
Yeah, there's 4 of them if you remember, and then you guys. So that many ways.
7.
7.
So, which is about $200 a piece. But I say we keep it together for now because you know Leroy's going to want to count this money.
Yep.
Could do. Starting to get dark. How long have we been at camp?
You guys have been at camp probably about an hour and a half. At this point, counting through everything, leaving from lunch, the whole train robbery coming back. It'd probably be getting close to like supper time. Sun's not like setting, but you can tell it's like, you know, the colors are starting to change and it's working its way that way.
Yeah, I'm getting a bad feeling.
Me too. The question is do we want to go and bail them out of whatever trouble they're in, or save their money for the future?
Uh, how far away can, like, is there a cliff that can overlook that, maybe I can take a peek with my rifle to check on the town and see what's going on?
You're not anywhere near the town.
Okay.
Well, you're not like insanely far, but not close enough to be able to see it at all.
No, I meant like, if we want to ride there,
Oh, I hear
do
you.
I know if yeah.
Again,
Is there-
it's wide open, basically a couple miles all around, except for those rocks you guys hit the train in.
Okay.
Other than that, it's just kind of flat farmland everywhere. So you guys waiting, or what are you doing?
I say we get supper started, and if they haven't come back by morning, we scope out the town and see if we need or want to bail them out.
I disagree. I think a fire after at least 2 attempted robberies, 1 successful one, would be a very bad idea. I think we would just be asking for trouble. It's not going to take long for them people to walk back. We'll get back to town and let them know what happened.
Let's bury.
If we got a fire, they're going to be looking.
Let's bury
The
the
money?
money and the items, because if they see that we stole their items and any of them engraved, marked, anything, someone claims them and we have them, then we can be brought back to robbing that. So let's bury all of it.
Old Man Jenkins does have a pickaxe.
I agree. I think we should get rid of all the evidence. We go into town. Ace, you can't go into town. Those people on the train saw you.
Yeah.
It'd be asking for trouble. But you are better off being outside of town anyway.
I can get as close as possible to keep maybe an eye on you.
Maybe find your way to a rooftop or something to keep cover on us in case anything bad happens.
Yeah. So, can we bury the stuff that we stole?
Absolutely, yep. With the pickaxe and Old Man Jenkins' background, it's very easy to kind of dig out a hole big enough, get everything in there, bury it up, make it look nice. Are you doing everything to camouflage the moved dirt, or just kind of leaving it as a map?
I'll try and even it out.
Okay.
And
we should put it by a tree, maybe put a rock on top of it, so that way when we come back, we'll be able to find it a little bit easier.
Sounds like a plan.
And I take my knife and I kind of carve just like a plus sign on the bottom of the rock.
Okay.
So put it by a tree. That way it's a landmark that we could find pretty easily. Put a rock on top of where we buried it with like a plus sign carved under the bottom of the rock.
Okay, cool. As you bury everything carved into the rock in the distance, everyone make my brain just farted.
Perception?
Thank you. Yeah, a perception check. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I was going through every word but that.
Happens to me too.
Okay. Russ?
13.
Okay.
I'm so glad you guys are there.
So, funny enough, only Old Man Jenkins. As you finish burying, you're hard at work. You kind of sit back as Simon leans in and starts carving into the rock, and your ear kind of perks up, and you can hear a single horse riding very quickly in the distance, straight towards your camp.
I would like to try and see who it is. Like, is that a horse? And kind of, I'd like to see if I can see them.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, hit me with another perception.
As soon
Man,
as
you hear
he's
something?
He says, "Hey, is that a horse?" And he turns around and gets a 16 on his perception check.
I'm gonna hide behind a tree.
Okay. Again, the sun hasn't totally set. There's still pretty good light. As you look in the distance, all you can see is kind of an outline of someone on a horse and maybe like a big rifle outline on their back.
I peer through my rifle scope.
Okay. Hit me with an investigation.
4.
You're looking through your scope, but you're so excited, and it's such a long range scope. You're just kind of bouncing all over the place, and you're like tree, rock, root, tree, rock. I don't see a horse anywhere. It's slowly getting louder and closer and closer. Simon, you said you're behind a tree.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm fingering my reloaded shotgun.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna reload my revolvers
Okay. Perfect.
real quick.
Ace, are you doing anything right now?
I reload my rifle, the one bullet that I shot, and my pistol, if I can.
Okay, perfect. So as the rider gets closer, you see as the sun goes over the horizon, the last beam of light kind of glints off of what looks like a gold scope on the back of this rifle of this guy riding back towards you.
I shoot him. I think he's a bad guy. No, I'm joking.
I'm glad you said you're joking. I was about to go for it. Okay, so you see the glint of a gold scope on a. That's all you can tell is that there's a rifle there with a gold scope. You can't tell who's riding the horse.
I, as the rider gets close, kind of step out and shoot a shotgun blast into the air. Blam!
The horse neighs. It's like sliding practically sideways straight towards you. Stops in front of you, knocks him off the horse. He goes flying over you, hits the ground hard. And as he rolls over, you see that very old, dirty three-piece suit, the scar across the face, eyes open. One of them's all whited out, definitely blind. It's Seymour.
I knew I should have shot you.
That cough was real. Oh my god. Oh, you guys are alive. Oh.
Dadgummit. Don't you scare us like that.
I came as fast as I could. They got Antoine. They shot Antoine. They got Leroy in Montana in prison in town. I was outside looking in, and I just came back hoping you guys had survived.
I gave you all that information, and you guys weren't even able to carry out robbing the bank?
I was just overwatched. I don't know what they did.
It's your job to protect them.
I can't shoot into the bank
I could.
through a solid wall and know exactly what's inside.
I cock the lever on my pistol and I say, "You didn't get any funny ideas in your head about betraying all of us, did you?"
No, search me. There's nothing on me but what I already had.
Oh, I mean, you didn't go to the law, maybe to get something taken off of your bounty?
No, I don't have a bounty. No one's ever known who I am.
I uncock the pistol and I say, "I'm watching you, Seymour. It doesn't seem right that one person was able to walk away from what ambushed Leroy and Montana and Antoine.
If you were ever a sniper playing Overwatch, like being Overwatch, you would know you're far away and you can walk away when shit hits the fan. It's not that hard of a concept.
I don't know. We had Ace there in the mix with us, and I don't think he would have just walked away."
Well, yeah, because he was in the mix of it, not far away, supplying Overwatch with a rifle. I don't know why you're not grasping this concept.
Oh no. It seems like it would be easy to distinguish you with that scar across your face.
And that gold scope.
Yeah. Are you going to go help get them out?
Of course we are. But I'm watching you.
Then watch me. I don't fucking care. I just want them out.
Where are they being held?
They obviously got dragged into the prison. From what I could tell, looking before I made my glorious escape, there's a sheriff. He's got about 3 deputies. It didn't look like they got anyone in the prison, so there's still the guards you said in your report. I think you said like 3 or 4 of them or something. And then a couple other just regular dudes with guns walking around, so who knows, but at least 8 guns in there holding them.
You guys didn't get anything from the bank?
I don't know if they got taken and I rode off to come see if you guys were here so we could go help them.
Well, let me get this straight. So they were in the bank.
Correct.
They were holding everything up.
Correct.
They got ambushed by the sheriff and his deputies. Is that what happened?
That's exactly what happened.
Hey, when you saw him come out of the bank, or you didn't see him come out of the bank?
I saw Leroy get pulled out of the bank into the prison. I didn't get a good look. I know Antoine died because they threw his body out the back. I didn't get to see Montana, so I don't know if he got pulled out later, but the second I saw Leroy get pulled out, I came running.
Sounds to me. Well,
All right.
I'll keep it quiet until I know for certain.
This smells fishy. I don't know. Maybe something went wrong. Were they ready for them? Did you hear anything?
I heard like a bell of some sort from the bank. I don't know if they knew if there was some sort of alarm system in place or something, but they went in. It sounded like everything went pretty clean. No one in town was panicking until the bell went off, and then everything just scrambled and went nuts.
Where were you?
Far away on a hilltop supplying Overwatch.
Okay.
I think this is gonna be a tougher nut to crack than we think it is. We got the bank. We got the train.
You guys pulled off the train job with the 3 of you? With no information?
Yes.
Damn. That's impressive.
Well, the only problem is those people have had a chance to walk back to town now.
Yeah.
Heck,
And they'll tell they
I'm
got...
pretty sure,
Yeah.
knowing that there's a train job and a bank job that happened on the same day, they probably suspect that there's more of us out there and that we're probably coming for them.
Well, we're in a bit of a bind. If we don't move fast, they could have another train of soldiers on the way. But if we move too fast, they're expecting us to come try to get them out.
All right. Show me where this hill is.
Oh, the one I was on?
Yeah.
Okay. Right now?
I mean, yeah. Well, does it overlook the prison?
It's a weird angle. It more overlooks the bank and the main road. The prison's like right around the corner.
We're gonna need another hill then.
And there's not really a lot of them to choose from. That's why I went there. I had to work with what I had. We could... I mean, there's plenty of multi-story buildings in there. We could probably get on a roof or something, but...
I say we get the 2 of you on a roof. You guys provide support for us. They don't know what me or Old Man Jenkins looks like. We had our bandanas on. I'm gonna take my coat off. I'm gonna go in my shirt sleeve. I'm gonna take my coat off and my vest off. That way, at least I won't match the description of the clothes.
All right.
Think that might be able to provide us a little bit of cover. Me and Old Man Jenkins. Old man, how many sticks you got left?
Just one left.
Just one.
Yeah, it should be enough. Those bars aren't too thick.
Yeah.
Well,
We need to have the horses ready. We need to post you guys up where we can get to some horses quick.
did you guys
But,
hide the money and stuff you got?
We hid the money.
Okay, let's completely clear camp out so no one can tell there's a camp here before we
Yeah.
head out and do anything.
That sounds great.
So he'll get to work like packing everything he has on his horse, making it look like he was never there, working on probably Leroy's and Montana, everyone else that was with him, getting their stuff moved around so it looks like no one was there.
Oh man, you mind if I borrow that pickaxe? And I'm gonna go. Well, first, if he says yes, I'm gonna go and start burying the fire where we had it.
Yeah, I was. Sure, young man. Gonna take
Well,
up
I
some
mean-
mining?
Well, I mean, you dug the hole earlier. I just figure it's fair enough for me to go and do some of this work too.
All right.
Ace, what are you doing?
Watching.
You're not cleaning up your stuff?
I am. I'm doing it very carefully. I'm keeping an eye on not them,
Yeah.
the other guy.
On Seymour, yeah. Okay, cool. So as you guys get camp, it almost looks like no one was ever there. Maybe a couple things, but it looks like it could have been anyone traveling through, not necessarily a group of people. It could have been one person, who knows. Pretty good job done covering everything up. You've got your spot marked. Where the money's hidden. Are you leaving like now at night, or are you gonna wait till the morning?
I think we should do cover of night.
All right, good idea.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so as you guys head off into town, you have Seymour with you. A lot of money in case things go south. You're moving towards town where you know there's a lot of people holding members of your gang. That's where we're gonna end right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So hopefully
All right.
hopefully you guys had a good time, so we can do this again and keep moving forward.
I had a great
Sure.
time.
We're level
I
2
was
now, right?
surprised. I was like, actually, this is a lot of fun. Like,
Right?
I'm more of a sword and board kind of guy, sword and sorcery. But
But yeah, this Wild West thing as a tabletop is really fun, huh?
Yeah.
yeah, did you come up with the rules for like the classes
Mhm.
by yourself?
Yeah.
Dude, well done.
Nice.
Thank you.
Well done.
So we're level 2 now, right?
I'll have to figure that out.
I think I'm enjoying Jenkins,
Yeah.
but I think I might have gone with the Safecracker
Mhm.
if I had known the concept, like that we're outlaws and
The dynamite
Hey.
worked pretty good.
The dynamite worked great.
yeah.
And
the
we'll
thing
have
with
a medic
safecracking
when Nick
is-
comes.
Exactly. And the thing with safe cracking is you can fail. You can't really fail blowing up dynamite. Yeah, there we go,
Well,
guys.
I mean, we have a couple of minutes, David. If you, I mean, I have my fight.
Huh?
As we were, if Brett wasn't able to make it, we were going to do a battle royale.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh yeah.
Well, I gotta get going.
Well, let's
I can save it. I can save it. It's.
yeah. Let's go ahead and save that.
I'm excited. I'm excited to have him fight some people.
I am too.
Alrighty, guys. Brett,
Yeah,
so awesome.
thank you. I was
Yep.
so nervous. That was so much fun.
No, it was good, dude.
Well done, sir.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Whew, dude, DMing's exciting. Holy shit.
Yeah.